taking all of this off anyway. What I'm probably going to do is I'm going to just unbolt that and try and gag it with something at the moment until I can get the airbox off, and then see if I can get the petrol, if I can get the pipe up above where the level of the petrol is. It won't leak anyway until I'm ready to deal with it. But yeah, this is going to be fun, isn't it? Your auto lube mechanism is under there, held on with 2 screws. If I can get the light in there a bit better. That little arm, the metal pipe going into it is a feed in with the oil. Then it's got a channel underneath, and it comes up in the carb. At the back end of the carb there's a little hole. You can't see it here too much, it's right down the bottom there, just above the slide. When we take the carburetor out and clean it, I'll show you where that is. So let's just stick you back up there again. While I try and get as much of this out as I can without spilling 200 litres of petrol on the floor, but we'll see. So I'm taking my long nose pliers and just moving the throttle length in and grab the cable, and of course because it's cold it's not going to play ball, it's just moving to the end and not coming up. It's sort of halfway in, halfway out, and it's going to come out. What I can do is unhook the mechanism from the carburetor itself. So yeah. Right, so the carburetor's free. At the moment I'll leave the throttle cable connected. It's 90% out. This is my main concern now. It's sort of how do I get the petrol from here into there, into my Coke can at the moment. So the problem is I don't think I can get to the screw that's holding the airbox on. What I might have to do is just undo that and suffer the consequences for a couple of seconds until I can get the pipe up. So I'm going to have to poke the pipe down and up. I'm going to put a little tray at the bottom. God knows where it's going to end up, but anything's better than nothing, as they say. So filthy dirty box there, but hopefully it will catch petrol. I'm going to take a little socket out. We're looking at a 10 or an 11, aren't we there? I think it's a 10. I'm going to bring the 11 just in case. Get up on there and just undo that. There's petrol pouring out already. Actually, let me tighten that. What I really want to do is pull the pipe down, don't I? So let's see if we can get the clip off the petrol pipe. Long nose pliers would be better there. No. Right, I've got the clip off. I'm just wondering, can I get the petrol pipe off before it causes too much rubbish everywhere. Let's get my screwdriver. Let's wedge the petrol pipe down a bit. There she goes. I'm going to have to be pretty quick here. Right, I'm just going to move the camera away again. Let's see if I can pull that petrol pipe down. There we go, and it's up. And is that going to be high enough so that it don't leak? No, she's decided to leak. No, I need that in there. Let the petrol come out. Horrible smell of two-stroke mixed in with your Super Plus unleaded in this case. You see how quick it comes out. And when you think of it, my carburetor, the float needles just held all of this pressure back. I don't know what kind of weight's on it. I suppose some scientist has worked it out, but you know, it's quite a fair bit of weight, isn't it, of liquid pressing on a tiny little spike. I mean, I'll show you all that when we strip the carburetor down. It is a Delauto, has fitted to all of the original Vespas apart from the last run, which had the Spaco on them, and I've run both and I've not had a problem with either. So I've actually turned the tap to off, so when the petrol gets down to where it needs to be as low as possible, it should stop coming out. I'm starting to run out of I think there's 2 litres there. It's quite a lot of fuel. That's pretty amazing, it's not coming out there, so at the moment. If I can just put my rag in there, it'll stop the petrol pipe from going down. I'm trying to get the petrol pipe to just sit up as it is. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be with the petrol, but I'm just going to go and get a petrol can, and then I'll carry on doing that with the petrol pipe into the Coke bottle. So I'm just going to stop you for about 5 minutes till I've done that. Right, I've just got back with an empty petrol can. Which I'm going to just distill. You can see the colour of it, it's running 4%, which is no good in a PX. Fine for a GS, no good for a PX or any 2% Vespa. Hence everything being black on my previous video before I clean the piston up and the cylinder head. Right, so we've got 2 litres in there. Part 2. See what else we can get out of here. Said it had about 1/4 of a tank, which, what's that, 3 3 and a bit litres, 3.5 litres at the most. I didn't realise I've got a full tank of Super Plus in the garage as well, so it just saved me a trip to the petrol station when I'll put some in here. But that's just on the borderline of let's turn it to reserve, let's get more out of it. Let's see if we can get that pipe underneath there so that the pipe's at the lowest point instead of where it is at the moment. No, she's not playing ball, so I'm not sure what size bolt would actually seal that up, but anyway, let's stick that in there because I don't want the fumes to knock me out. Put the rest in there. All that about 2.5 litres, just over 2.5 litres. I'll better leave the lid off that in case I do need it again. Seal up the petrol. And right, our carburetor is free to come out now. The only problem that you'll encounter basically is the mixture screw at the back. On this model, it looks like a bolt. When I bring the carburetor out, let me bring it a bit closer again. When I bring the carburetor out, it will show you that, you know, the earlier ones just had a tiny little air screw in them. These ones have got a big bolt, and you come in the back with a spanner, etc., to adjust the air screw. So what you need to do is pull it and up and forward. Did you see that? And then it's free to come out to you. So I'm going to have tons of petrol coming out. That's what I'm talking about. That goes through a rubber bung, and that's what seals the air on the air box, and that's your gasket. Because the carburetor's full of petrol at the moment, that's the old gasket. I will be replacing that, and I'll stick it in there for the time being. What we're going to do is take the carburetor over in a minute and give it a clean up. We'll talk about the different parts of it. It's an SI2424E, which is what it's supposed to have. What have I just dropped there? Oh, it's the clip off the petrol pipe. So that hooks into your auto lube arm. So obviously, ouch, bang into that. The arm moves with more and more as you open the throttle. So what that basically does is it lets the pump more oil. I'm just going to put the carburetor down on there for a sec, and if I can zoom you in to see where the screw is, I'll just clean up in there. It's a bit petrolified. So right, step back up on there. So I'm just going to take it off there again and zoom you in there so you can see the screw. That screw that you can see lit up there, that's the one you need to undo to take the airbox off. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll pull the airbox off, and we can discuss all over what it does. Keep knocking over the old Pepsi can bottle. Right, so I'm going to need a flat screwdriver of quite substance rather than that little one. Let's get a screwdriver. Oh, it's getting like toast in here now. It's lovely. I've got a little oil heater that's a bar, like a radiator bar. And the idea behind it is you can leave it on to set it to defrost setting, and overnight it just keeps the shed, garage, etc. See what I was saying about that? Again, I did check before taking this screw out that the actual rotary valve is closed. That's the screw. I did think it was a countersunk, so it shows you what I know. It's a normal end.